Hello, it's Nicko with Food Cravings from chefnicko.com, and today we're making the ultimate tuna noodle casserole. We'll start by adding in some flour to our mixing bowl along with some baking powder, and to that we'll add some salt. What we'll do next is add some sugar. We'll place the paddle attachment to our mixer and give that a mix. Then we'll add in some cold cubed butter. What we'll do next is mix together the butter, flour and salt along with the sugar and baking powder and milk until evenly incorporated, and we have a smooth yet fluffy dough. Check it out, we've got some great air bubbles forming. Next we'll want to roll this into a ball by kneading it for a few moments, like so. Here I decided to give it a little tappy tap, more like a pokey poke, just so I can check the texture, and popped it into the refrigerator for a cold rise. In a separate pot, we'll dump in some diced celery, and of course you'll want to drizzle in some oil. And add in some diced onions, before hitting that with a little bit of kosher salt so as to sweat it out until the vegetables have become translucent. Check it out! Next we'll hit it with a little pepper and give it another mix. And now for the flour, because we're making a roux. As usual, we'll drop in the butter and quickly give that a stir until the butter has melted, the vegetables turn translucent, and we've taken the raw edge off the flour. Then we'll add in some chicken stock, which I've conveniently made ahead of time and frozen. Here I dropped in the herbs, which consisted of thyme and tarragon, along with the rest of the chicken stock, which was half frozen. I guess you just found out about another food hack as I give you this pro tip. It saves time this way, but the secret is to constantly keep stirring. And as the lumps smooth out, you have a stock meets roux match made in heaven that's thickened and has no lumps. And what we'll do next is drop in the tuna. And for this recipe I decided to go with albacore since it's a better quality ingredient. Now we'll give it a stir and add in some milk. And of course stir that in to incorporate evenly. And by now you'll notice how easily this is coming together. Once the mixture is thickened to our desired consistency and we've stirred until smooth on medium-low heat, we'll go ahead and transfer it into a buttered ceramic baking dish. And as an added bonus, both for imparting flavor and enhancing texture, I've decided to add in some penne, which I conveniently boiled off camera. Next, I busted out with the ball of dough we rolled at the beginning of this video and decided to cut out some biscuits. And that's Chef Nicko style. After all, we were making what I call the ultimate tuna noodle casserole and building flavor bombs. Once we finished topping the ultimate tuna noodle casserole with the biscuits we made, we ran into some slight technical difficulties. Check it out! After what seemed to involve a briefly failed camera shot and some lights and sirens, I managed to place the rest of the biscuits safely atop the ultimate tuna noodle casserole before gently brushing it with some egg wash and placing it in the center of a 400-degree oven. Once the biscuits turned a golden shade of brown and the tuna noodle casserole was piping hot, it was time to plate up. So I took my trusty serving spoon and dished some onto the plate. The meal itself is a perfect go-to for your weeknight meals. With a few shortcuts and food hacks I've given you, it should cut your prep time down significantly. As I went in for a taste, the combination of the fluffy buttery biscuits with the savory tuna and creamy sauce imparted such a delicious flavor profile, you couldn't tell it was an easy recipe for your weeknight meals. On the contrary, you'd surely understand why I call this the ultimate tuna noodle casserole. Now that you've learned how to make this easy recipe, it's time to dazzle your friends and family. I hope you've enjoyed my take on the ultimate tuna noodle casserole. For ingredient amount and more info, please visit chefnicko.com. Bon appetit, enjoy, and see you in the next video recipe. What are your food cravings? Comment below.